Hello, and a warm welcome to our beautiful and historical theatre, Mahenovo Divadlo. This theatre is known for being the place where the world premiere of the ballet Romeo and Juliet took place. Tonight, Ballet NdB premieres a work similar to this title, but this time it is called Radio and Juliet. It is choreographed by the artistic director of the Slovenian National Ballet Company of Maribor. His name is Mr. Edward Clug. He's here tonight, so follow me as we find out more about his iconic work. Now, one cannot begin to discuss this work without acknowledging its tongue-in-cheek title of Radio and Juliet. How did you come up with this title?
It's a consequence of many ideas. So I didn't just decide to name the piece Radio and Juliet. At that time, I wanted to do a story ballet, the first one. And then I came up with Romeo and Juliet, but I knew from the very beginning I won't do it on Prokofiev's score. With all respect, of course, I love the music, but I thought it was done beautifully before me and after me.
Yeah.
I think I came accidentally, more or less, to this idea, which is not an entire accident because I prepared, together with Valentina Turco, which is a familiar name here in Brno, a duet for a modern ballet competition in Nagoya, Japan. Talking to the jury, someone saw some similarities with Romeo and Juliet's story in just this short duet particular piece. And then I started to think in that direction, and I said, well, how about trying to set the entire story on Radiohead musical landscape?
In your own words, how would you describe the style of this ballet?
I mean, it was a new birth for me. It was a completely, I would say, turning point in my way of approaching dance. I think the aesthetic of the choreography come pretty much from the alternative modern tunes of the music. So it was a Radio and Juliet style, so to speak. The characteristic of the choreography, you know, it's fast. It's as you said, detail. It's chic in a way, you know, and it has all these contemporary elements. It makes it universal, timeless.
Yes. What words of wisdom or encouragement do you have for any dancers around the world who perform this work? What is the legacy that you want them to keep in mind when they go on stage and perform Radio and Juliet?
You know, there's quite a big amount of responsibility, and it's not an easy piece. You know, I've been into it, and I danced the premiere and many years after, you know, and I prefer not to talk too much to the dancers because they need their own space and to really understand their own needs.
Yes.
Within this within their targets. I try to distance myself because the piece is not mine anymore for a long time, but I do like, and that's I would say it's almost like a desire, you know, to relive it.
Yes.
Through different dancers, different bodies and different personalities.
Mounting a new ballet on a company can be quite the daunting task, as the person selected is essentially responsible for preserving the choreographer's legacy. This time, the honors fell upon Slovenian-born Matjaž Marin. Hello, Matjaž.
Hello, Teresa.
Now, you have had the privilege of working with Mr. Edward Clug for many years. How would you describe him as a choreographer?
Actually, I started exactly with that show to collaborate as a dancer with him exactly 15 years ago.
Wow.
When we had the premiere of Radio and Juliet in Maribor. And yeah, that was my first experience, and it was quite intimidating. He was younger then. He was also exploring himself as a choreographer, and you know, for him personally and professionally, that style that came out of him in that period of time was also something new for him as well. So, of course, you know, he's a person, he's also developing through the years.
Now, you have performed this work for many years, and now you are responsible for mounting it on different people. What is the most challenging aspect of making sure that this ballet lives up to its reputation?
Yes, the thing is, of course, style. Style of the dancing is specific, and if a dancer, individual, goes too much into interpretation, it can be dangerous. It can be dangerous. It can start to look like something else than it should be. Sticking to the style, sticking to certain clarity in the steps, that's the most important, I would say.
Well, I hope that you have enjoyed dispelling some of the shenanigans behind the artistic splurge, which is Radio and Juliet. Ballet NdB certainly did us all proud tonight. Please keep following our social media pages and growing the Ballet NdB family. From me, Thoriso, I bid you adieu.